Okay, and now they are moving as well. Great. We want these to take care of all those and save this one. What does this look like? Okay, that looks like that. Okay. Not that annoying. Alright. That's gonna do it. I suppose that's gonna do. No, nothing is on my mind. Loud arrival noises. A and D. What's up? What up, dude? You are here. Let me just do study list. There's a few. How was your day? It's well, it's fine. It's not much so far. Finally, welcome, Sora. Yeah, I just needed a little bit of a break from everything. We're back at it now. That's my stream. Nice. Appreciate it. Ooh.
You neglected to mention that you were bringing 2 other people with you.
My apologies. These 2 are my assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former Magic Maestro himself, they begged and pleaded with me to bring them along. And if it's no trouble, a couple of autographs would really make their day.
Oh, forget the pleasantries, just sit.
The first this time. No, sorry, sorry, Sora. Andy beat you to it.
Get a load of this guy. Forget the pleasantries, he says, but he looks pretty happy.
I only agreed to meet since we're both magicians. Do me a favor and cut to the chase. I have more important things to do than drinking.
Much obliged, sir. As it happens, the matter I want to address is also related to magic. Yesterday morning, a warning letter from the Phantom Weasel appeared on the entrance to the Opera House. He claims to be planning something for the same evening that I'm scheduled to do a magic show there. I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my show can go ahead as planned.
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the Weasel and he's been dead for 10 years. So what if some sick creep thought it'd be funny to write a warning letter? It changes nothing. Are you trying to tell me you actually bought it?
I'll be faster next time.
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up. I do concede that a copycat is but one possibility.
Possibility? It's a fact, Linny. Look, my patience is limited, so listen carefully while I'm still willing to put up with you. The Weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows that, so...
Oh, sir, I'm honored, really. But this isn't about finances for me. My pride as a magician is what's at stake here, Lorenzo.
Oh, shit about that.
Copycat or not, this person has thrown me the gauntlet, and I must meet their challenge head on.
Your pride? Don't mince words with me, boy.
I want to find out the Phantom Weasel's true identity. I have to know for myself what really happened 10 years ago.
What would that accomplish? And what do the events of 10 years ago have to do with you, anyway? Look, you of all people should know that a magician never reveals their secrets.
Uh-oh. This is getting...
Lorenzo? Is that? Oh, it is you!
You like 1 second faster than today.
I know that big, booming voice anywhere. What's up, my man?
Another day, I'm busy.
Oh, come on. You can't be all business all the time.
If I wanted your life advice, I'd ask for it.
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Currently reading a book. Nice. What book are you reading?
Oh, hey. Edmondo. He and I are business pals. This is your first time meeting him? Oh, he's always like this. Foul-mouthed and hard-nosed. And he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being, what, pushing 40, 30, something? Anyway.
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you and you can forget about doing business with me ever again.
Damn.
Sorry, I may have had a little too much to drink. All right. I'm
born
gonna
of...
leave. Don't work too hard.
Okay. An interesting book.
I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Linny, be my guest. But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Lorenzo is the
Well,
weasel.
that fell to pieces in a rather...
Totally. He's gotta be hiding something. And not like Gemma.
I think so too. We need to look into Lorenzo more closely. That guy Edmondo seems to know a thing or two about him. He only...
Boop.
You okay there?
Who are you? Oh, it's you guys. Don't worry about me. I must have had one. I said way too much back there, didn't I? Yeah, they talk.
So he was serious about threatening to cut you off?
Hey! Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affairs. Bad things happen to people who ask too many questions or make an enemy out of him.
What kind of bad thing?
Don't even ask. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have
You
to
know,
cut this
nope,
conversation
I do
short.
not
I'm
end
not
it.
crossing. And take it from me. Trouble with Lorenzo is one thing you don't need in your life. You saw him flare up back there. I don't know what you said to him. That's not a good sign. You're too young for this.
Yeah, too young.
There he goes.
Shh. I think we're being watched. Someone was listening in to our whole conversation. Don't say anything and don't look back. Any altercation in the city will attract the guards. We better take this elsewhere.
He's not standing there anymore. Boring. Oh.
Let's move out.
You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out and introduce yourselves?
So you're Linny. And where's your sister? Ain't she with you today?
Move face, Pessy. Quest is this?
Save us
It's
the trouble and
Lenny's
go
story
fetch her
quest.
for us. Let's not drag this out.
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister. Who sent you, huh?
Save your questions, Missy.
Nero.
You ain't gonna need answers where you're going.
Looks like we can't avoid this
Capiche?
fight. Now, I'm not the strongest fighter, so I...
Don't worry.
We got this.
Everyone hold hands. Allow me. Incoming. Speed of light.
And I don't think I've done any of
Curses.
the new ones.
Tougher than we thought.
Vision wielders are always trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work like it.
Come on, let's scram.
Hey, wise guys! We ain't through with them! Oh, they got
Wise
away!
guys. At
Did
least
you
they know their
catch what they
references.
said just before they left? Sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic. You're right. She was injured when we saw her yesterday, and maybe she was too scared to tell us the truth.
Well, if that's... Let's head back to the cafe.
Teleport. Yep.
Gemma?
Why are you sounding so defeated by
You
me?
again. What is it this time?
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you, and we gave them a taste of... So, you can rely...
What? Why? I didn't tell you anything. Why would they come after you?
Sounds like they're no strangers to you.
That's putting it mildly. I know them all too well. It's been 10 long years. And still, every time I try to look into Caesar's... How do I know I can trust you? Do you really think you can get to the bottom of it all?
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet, but I can promise you this. I will expose the Phantom Weasel's true identity. Because you see, this is a personal matter of the utmost importance. I give you my word.
Okay.
That
can
emergency
I
food
help you?
noise.
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he kept a lot of his personal effects. If possible, I'd like to take a look at them. Do you know where it is?
The Fleuve Sonde. But the place was sealed up by the police after. I also know that the Fleuve Sonde is dangerous territory. Lots of hostile groups lurking around. If you're serious about going there, please be careful.
Understood. Lynette, you stay here and take care of Gemma. Don't let her come to harm.
Got it. But if I'm staying here, I'm ordering dessert.
I mean, bon appetit. But stay sharp, too. They're likely to come for you while I'm away.
Okay. All right. Power saving mode off. I'll start taking this more seriously.
Power saving mode or... What are you, a robot? Kitty cat. Kit cat. Ah, that's straight mouth. Hey, Toge.
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Huh. Looks like these boxes are blocking the entrance. There we go. It should be just down.
Ooh. It's a dungeon. Let's go. Or domain, as it's called here.
So this was Caesar's workshop.
Whee!
Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further.
Hey, how are these balloons still inflated after 10 years? God damn.
What was that? Oh, is this one of Caesar's gadgets? Guess we must have triggered some sort of device.
right up.
Cut to the chase. Whoa. Look. The doll in the box is glowing.
Oh, now we need to hit. Nice.
There's something written on the card on this doll. Let's take a closer look.
Wish list. Oh, well, let me just.
Looks like we've reached the end of this route. Shall we try a different one?
No shit, Paimon.
These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
Okay, the middle one. Let me just check everything first. Make sure there's not just some missing. We want those. Certainly. Certainly. Okay, nothing. Let's move on. I wonder what he filled his balloons with, because fucking air would have seeped out of them by now. That's the real magic trick. Check the chest and store the
That's
mains.
weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
This place seems a little too ordinary for a magician. We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe a hidden room. Aha! If I just move this book.
And presto.
A secret passage.
I'm a magician too, and it looks pretty big inside.
Hey, chest!
Let's head in and take a look around.
Let's.
Thrust and reap. Incoming.
He's looking for a way to keep a balloon inflated. I mean, I think it's pretty impressive. Third.
And voila! Here comes the finale.
Yep.
Why have you stopped, Lenny?
It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys go on ahead. If anyone makes a major discovery, let's rendezvous here.
All right. See you in a bit.
So we need to do this. How the fuck did I...
Seems like we can't step on the same
No,
kind
I
of
know
twice.
already, Paimon, but it didn't
Guess we
activate
gotta
one
finish
of
it in
them.
one run, huh?
What the hell? Wait, how the fuck did I miss this one? How did I miss this one? Again? Things in yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's just a little wonky. Let's go. It always think like they remind me of Persona 5.
Wow! There's a hidden room here!
It always reminds me of
This
Persona
book's
5.
thick as a brick! Let's...
At one of my shows a few days ago, a child asked me how I pulled candy
Like,
out of
yep.
my hat. As a joke, I told the kid that the hat has a built-in wish-granting machine. So I told them another white lie. The machine needs time to power up, but in the meantime, you can write your wishes down. Well, they took me up on that offer. I wound up saving. 2 children came to talk to me after today's show. I don't know why they were out on their own. They looked much too young to be unsupervised. Anyway, they said that they wanted me to teach them how to do magic. It's not uncommon. I told them that learning magic is very
Guess who
hard
those
work,
two are?
but that didn't faze them at all. It's like they already knew. It seems like something's bothering Lorenzo lately. But surely he's not upset that I agreed to teach those 2 children. I'll have to talk him around. I have a good feeling about those kids. They're naturally talented, and it seems like they're not new to the world of magic. They have all sorts of fantastic ideas. All I'm really doing is helping them develop a more professional standard training plan. They wanted to call me Master, but I told them they absolutely mustn't. Any magician worth their salt could have taught them what I have. They're the geniuses with time. I have no doubt that they could become far greater magicians than I. My only concern is why they're so mature for their age. I fear they've had to grow up too fast. Gemma thinks so too. She doesn't like being around them. Says that their eyes are too piercing. They don't bother me, but then again, I've never been the sharpest tool in the shed. It's nearly time for me to go on tour. I asked the 2 kids if they'd like to come with me. I once overheard them talking about their father and their mission. Sounds like their parents have other plans for It's only been 10 days since I first met them, but I think that I've gotten a feel for their personalities now. They're very tough, but also very cautious. And they trust no one but each other. They hide things from me too. For example, that's the thing about children. Whenever they're trying to cover something
Sure,
up, I
somehow.
can sense that their lives have been hard. Possibly even dangerous, too. After thinking
yep.
things over, I decided to tell them a bit about how I see the world. P.S. I hope they won't find my nagging annoying. Children are so opinionated nowadays. P.P.S. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Children aren't interested in grand philosophy. Oh, Caesar, Caesar.
Stop reading.
Two magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh? Sounds a lot like he was writing about Linny and Lynette, don't you? So did they meet Caesar when they were
Of course they did. Of fucking course they did.
Linny?
Shh, hold that thought. As I expected,
Fishy?
all in good time. Before we go over our first, the magician slots themselves into a magic box in full view of the audience. At this point, a dummy will fall out of the box, but it looks real enough to grab the audience's attention. Meanwhile, the real magician, who has by now blended into the crowd, waits for a good moment to make their appearance and— oh no! Is that me?
Very vivid description. Paimon can really...
The audience's gaze then turns to the magician, and by the time they realize what's happened, the dummy has vanished, as if everything that just happened was some sort of shared illusion. Of course, that's just how I think the process should work. The inventor of this trick never performed it successfully. When the box opened, he fell right to the ground from the highest point of the opera house. And no one else has ever attempted this trick since. My understanding of how it works is just based on what I could gather from his notes.
So Caesar's famous high-altitude escape has never been... Paimon was about to say how cool it would have been to see it in person, but... Wait a second. So if a dummy's supposed to drop out of the box, then where does the real magician...
Glad you asked. That brings us to this box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself to use in the performance. And it's not as simple as it looks. Once the magician's inside and the box is lifted up into the air, the audience's view of the box is fixed at a certain angle. From where they're standing, they have a clear view of the front, sides, and bottom, but the back and the top are now no longer visible. At this point, the magician presses a button inside the box, opening a secret door out of view. He then escapes through this trap door onto the opera house roof, waits for the dummy to fall and distract the audience, and quietly—
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined.
Well, there's a little more to it than that, of course. The hardest part of this trick is controlling the audience's mood and reactions. That takes an exceptional degree of showmanship. There's the falling dummy, the miraculous reappearance, many days and nights of careful research and
What does
painstaking—
this have to do with
Caesar
anything?
was a highly accomplished magician.
So, how did it go so wrong?
I can make a pretty good— I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was using at the time of his death had the secret button I mentioned positioned on the right-hand side.
Okay.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here. Which leads me to believe that because a magician can't afford to have their most basic habits stand out too much. People naturally focus their attention on the most important details of the task or situation. But a magician needs to be able to redirect an audience's attention at will, so as to avoid arousing their— The essence of magic is getting people to believe a lie. And so, Caesar trained himself to use his right hand to align with his audience's expectations. Great magic always requires— But in his most stressful and nerve-wracking moments, and when no one was watching, reflex would kick in and he'd use his left hand. That's why he set his gadgets with the mechanism on his left. Exactly. I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have been under a lot of time pressure during the escape. He'd have had mere seconds to open the hidden compartment, retrieve the dummy, then open the secret door and make a swift escape. But I'm sure he was confident. He would have rehearsed countless times. So he opened the compartment, took out the dummy, checked everything was in order, and then went to leave. With his left hand, much like when you reach for your keys but find your pocket empty, his mind needed a moment to instinctively, his left hand would keep feeling around for the missing button, maybe for another second. With the stakes being as high as they were, just a 2-second delay cost him everything.
When in reality, someone switched the
Yep.
boxes. But how would they be able to make the switch without being noticed?
It would have to have been someone who knew that he was left-handed. And isn't that right,
Lorenzo.
You just couldn't let sleeping dogs lie, could you? There's not a lot of people who'd go to all this trouble for some magician who died 10 years ago. I didn't want to have to do this, you know. Silencing, but I gave you your chance.
You mean Gemma?
Yes, although however stubborn she might be, which is why you can't leave the...
Do your best.
I see everything. Hold the line. With sword comes shadow. Don't blink. Everyone hold hands.
Now disappear! Huh. Shia. Zah. A round of applause! And voila!
Oh, yeah! Whoop. And he's dead. He's got decapitated by card.
You kids are tougher than you look.
What
Had
is
enough
Golkin?
yet,
She's
Lorenzo?
500 years old. It's
Your
not older.
cronies can't help you now. I think it's high time you started talking. And
If I had a Mora for every time you said that man's name. Of course, he was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made magic into the fine art it is today. The
so it was jealousy.
jealousy. Hatred, more like. I hated Caesar. He poured everything into his street performances and his stupid tours like it was just a hobby to him. Never bothering to think about Mora. But the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. No one gave me a second look. Amazing. Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, He forbade me from using magic to trick people out of their Mora. There was nothing he hated more than that. And with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I dabbled in my own brand of money-making magic, I had to kill him.
And this was your only motive?
It was reason enough. What other motive would I need?
Well, I was under the impression that there might have been other factors at play. For instance, maybe you were in love with Gemma, but she was engaged to Caesar.
In love with Gemma? Don't be ridiculous.
Guess I was wrong about that then. Next question. Are you the Phantom Weasel?
I am. Caesar was so strict with me. I never bought into any of that.
Oh, yeah! Charlotte told us that the weasel would steal whatever people valued, no matter how...
That's just how it looked from the outside. What would any thief want with I stole cheap things as a way of practicing my craft? It was other people's overactive imaginations that conjured up the preposterous image they then dubbed...
So, that's the story, huh? Well...
What choice do I have? You're a pack of wolves, and you've got me between your jaws. You've seen what's here in my last-ditch effort to stop it getting out. So be it. I've enjoyed power and wealth for the last 10 years, the likes of which Caesar could never give me.
Very well. In that case, I'll contact the guards. Traveler, Paimon, keep an eye on Lorraine.
Let's go! We did it!
has told me the whole story. Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar?
Look who's finally developed a conscience. What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it. Because there'll be hell to pay.
Keep an eye on Cassis to walk out. I told Paimon to keep an eye on while I walked out.
What should we do next, Lenny? Should we...
Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first. With Lorenzo and Cut.
Good point! We should go tell Gemma the good news right away!
Ah, you're back. You were so quick. I've only just finished my third dessert.
Your third? Lynette, come on, we've talked about this. Everything in moderation. You're not gonna have any room left for dinner now.
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog off the excess sugar.
That's besides the point. Well, it's done now. But try to eat a more balanced diet in the future.
Point taken.
Did everything go okay?
Of course! Lorenzo was no match for us. The guards are taking him into custody as we speak.
Gosh, that's amazing. I'm sorry. I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but
It's okay. We understand. He did threaten you, but you don't need to be scared anymore.
Sorry. I always wanted to report Lorenzo. He took all of Caesar's property, which I
Is
found
she a robot or
suspicious.
what? Yeah, exactly.
But I had people watching me all the time, so I couldn't risk looking in. I was so afraid. I was scared he'd do something terrible to me, and then no one would be left to visit Caesar's grave. Thank you all.
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that Lorenzo was the real Phantom Weasel. He never showed any signs that there were problems between him and Caesar in public. From the outside, it looked like they got along great. Ugh, and to think that lowlife's been living life to the fullest all this time, while Caesar's name was getting dragged through the mud. At least his soul can finally rest in peace now, thanks to your efforts.
If only I'd realized.
Don't blame yourself, Gemma. This isn't your fault.
It's your fault.
Yeah, you still have the rest of your life to live. Caesar wouldn't want to see you spending it feeling guilty.
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing a magic show at the Opera House tomorrow evening. Would you like to come along? It might raise your spirits. This show will be a special one. We're holding it in Caesar's honor.
In Caesar's honor? Really? Thank you. I'll be there.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Traveler, Paimon, don't be late.
Don't worry, we'll be there. No way are we gonna miss out on a free magic show. Wait, Paimon feels like we're forgetting something. Oh yeah, Caesar's diary! We never found out if the two kids Caesar taught magic to were Linny and Lynette or not.
The next evening, yeah, okay. Just needed to make sure. Whee! I don't know why they didn't just make the animation faster or something. Let's go and see a magic show. Open sesame. Wait, is Lynette also not gonna be participating in the show?
Paimon's excited to see another of Linny's magic shows!
Not this time. My brother's going solo today, so I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies
That sounds
and
sad.
gentlemen. I hope everybody's ready because the show is about to begin. The great magician
Robert
Linny
Houdini.
has prepared a spectacular show for us all tonight, concluding with an all-new grand finale that no...
Thank you all so much for coming. Now, prepare to join me on a journey through the mystical and miraculous.
Exciting stuff, isn't it?
Yes, it's just. It reminds me of him.
No wonder. Caesar was a famous magician too. So, how did you two first meet, Gemma?
Well, I was out on the street once. Children love magic because they're willing to believe in things that can't be rationally explained. And somehow, I felt drawn to him too.
Aw, that sounds...
It was with a flower. He took it in his hand, snapped his fingers. I was so happy that day.
Oh, that's so cute! Actually, now that you mention it, Linny's done that one before.
Is that right? Then I suppose he's a romantic at heart, just like Caesar. So let's treasure the time we have with him. After all, you never know when the people dearest to you might...
That's right. It's all over now. Paimon doesn't really know how to comfort you, but at the very least...
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy now, Phantom Weasel.
See? Even Lynette says... Wait, the Phantom Weasel? Lorenzo escaped? Where is he?
What do you mean?
As Linny once said, a performer's job is to commit fully to their role and put on a flawless performance for the audience.
That's why she's
But once the bag of tricks is empty and the curtain falls, it's time to end the show. The spotlight is no place for someone with no more cards up their sleeve. It's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired of the grieving widow act? I think it's time to put an end to it.
What are you talking about? Traveler, Paimon doesn't like where this is going.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope there will now be a brief intermission, after which Linny will perform the final performance will take place outside of the Opera House. So please make your way outside.
The Phantom Weasel never did like public places. Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon. Let's talk somewhere else for now.
God damn. Now change the demeanor.
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid I can't do any tricks to liven up the mood. This is a big mistake for a magician to make, but thankfully, I do have a backup plan.
Linny, don't we have more? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel a moment ago.
All in good time. Magicians are good at guessing what people are thinking. I know the questions you want to ask.
Really? Well then, let's hear it. Paimon's done.
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the court of Fontaine, She never missed a target, never left a trace, and no treasure was safe from her. But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became ever fewer. Every day, she ran the risk of being exposed for who she was. Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and before long, she found her ticket to freedom. She would create a After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician, Caesar. After all, magic and theft shared enough similarities for people to buy the story when the truth came out.
So then what?
Being the master deceiver she was, the weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now, all that remained was to frame him for her countless crimes. But as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil, and a new thought entered her mind. Maybe I don't need... At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing him to fall to his death. Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
I've got to hand it to you. You're both exceptional storytellers. But I just have one question. You seem to think that I am the villain in this tale. What's brought this on, Linny?
Excuse me.
Is it something that Lorenzo said?
Don't worry, Lorenzo said nothing at all. But I never believed that he was the weasel, and in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that. He was too forthcoming with his confession, as if there was something else he was trying to hide.
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me, even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. And I have no doubt that you, Gemma, are equally talented in this regard. With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing performance. The lovesick fiancé, whose devotion to her betrothed is unshakable. Caesar was maligned and hated by all for 10 years, but you? Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seen weeping in front of Caesar's grave was actually the mastermind behind his demise?
Wait, so you mean the whole intimidation thing? But why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why didn't he sell her out even at the end instead of admitting?
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Linny, if you're so confident having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But if the weasel remained free...
An excellent answer. Though...
Is that right? Well, don't let me bore you. If you'd care to change the topic to something more
As a matter of fact, there's one thing I'd really like to understand. Why would the real weasel have targeted things that only have value to other people? Could you shed any light on that?
Of course. After all, if I had to guess, I would say that the real weasel must have had a terrible child. Left to fend for herself after her parents died young. Betrayed. She'd scrounge waste paper from garbage bins to draw on, using twigs and dirt for lack of ink and pen. She'd sew ugly rag dolls from whatever scrap material she could. This was her only source of happiness, and once again she was betrayed. And this time everything was taken from her. This was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. Her pain became a breeding ground for dark thoughts. Thoughts which festered and grew into a twisted solution to her troubles. I detest the happiness of others. In all its forms alike, I will rob them of everything they hold to be good and true.
That's some pretty heavy stuff.
Now it all makes sense.
Does this story satisfy you, Linny?
Yes, it is quite to my tastes. Thank you for helping to clear up my confusion.
Huh. That's right. What drove you to write that letter, Gemma? What were you trying to achieve there? Because without that, none of this would have ever come to light.
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped that the Phantom
Gonna
Weasel
keep
would be
fighting with
consigned to the
random
history
white
books by
yeah.
now. But it seems like someone still wasn't ready to let her finally be at peace. Linny. Or should I call you the Phantom Copycat now? You were the one who posted that letter outside the Opera House. But why?
Very sharp, Phantom Weasel. Still as shrewd as ever. Well, no need for me to be coy about it. Our goal was to clear Caesar's name. The most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the Weasel to show themselves.
That's it?
Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe. I shall take from you that which you hold most dear, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
10 years ago? You mean Caesar's death? You met him? Wait. Oh, I get it. You were those two obnoxious kids. It's been so long, and you're all grown up now. I didn't recognize you. He taught you magic back then, didn't he? For what, 10 days or something? And you went to all this trouble. Why? Because you feel like you still owe him something?
We remember all our debts, however great or small. 10 years ago, Caesar's reputation was torn to shreds, and his legacy was thrown out. 10 years on, and no one cares what the truth is anymore. But we did not forget. And so we came to find you.
And? What exactly did you take from me? I'm still standing, as you can see. Lorenzo has admitted to everything. I'm free.
You forget the opportunity.
Free? Do you really think so? Caesar once told me that even though the world is filled with lies and falsehoods, we must find our own truth. I think that applies to you too. Truth can take many forms. Prized possessions with nostalgic value, fervent hopes and dreams, and irreplaceable people. Life took many things from you, and those wounds never healed. When they ached unbearably in the dead of night, stealing became your—
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Perhaps that's because you found something other than a life of crime to fill the hole? Back to Lorenzo for a second. He murdered his own master, played along with your act, and took pains to make sure any suspicion would be directed towards him. He knew who you were and the things you'd done, and despite that, he was willing to give everything up for your sake. He's the reason that you haven't felt the compulsion to steal in all these years. You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. So I think you know, deep down, but that truth is gone now. And I guarantee you, you'll never see it again.
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Your freedom will cost you dearly. From now on, you'll be all alone in a world full of lies and falsehoods. I do hope you'll be able to bear it. You've still got a long life ahead of you after all.
Gather round, one and all. The time has now come for the amazing Linny to perform his final act in tonight's show. I'm sure you're all wondering what he has planned for the grand finale. Well, wonder...
A high-altitude escape?
I'm sure you all remember the magician Caesar, but we have now learned that Caesar was wrongly accused.
Guess that's my cue to leave. Whew. I've been practicing this one for a traveler, Paimon. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight, but...
Lenny, wait. You two hid a lot from Caesar. He went to his grave without ever knowing your secrets. So what about now? Are you an open book? Or are you still the same as ever? You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone.
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
So,
Like Linny said, when you're ready, let's head outside and watch the show.
But what about Gemma?
She'll figure out what's best for her soon enough. Oh, and if you'd like to see Linny after the show, you know where he'll be. The usual haunt.
All right. Well, let's...
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright. We're used to that.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day, you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Linny is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Watch out!
Mysterious. Surprising. And logic-defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Did you see that? 1 minute he was falling, and the next, he turned into flour.
How could he possibly have done that?
That's our with animation here.
How mysterious. I didn't blink once. He just vanished right in front of my eyes.
Charlotte at the start as well.
What a heart-stopping magic show! This was really worth the trip. Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and Fontaine's new star magician Linny has fulfilled a wish on his behalf. Oh, I couldn't ask for a better grand finale. It will make a great headline for the Steambird tomorrow, even if I do say so myself. Looks like everyone really loved Linny's grand finale. Paimon doesn't see Linny anywhere. Where'd he go? Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But, oh, you mean the one where Caesar's been? Yeah, that's probably it. This whole magic show kinda seemed like Linny's way of saying goodbye. Alright, let's go look for...
I think Fontaine is the best thing they have made so far.
Linny! There you are you alright? Paimon was scared to death when the chain broke. Paimon was sure...
Magic is a performance art. A magician has to get creative to keep the audience on tenterhooks. That's our job. So I was honestly a little nervous during the live performance.
Yeah, right?
The thought of falling,
It's
suddenly
so good.
feeling weightless, seeing the sky and the ground spinning and spinning. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder what Caesar thought in those final moments. Did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo on? Or did he believe that it was his own slip-up
They
right until the
will-
end?
When the next patch, Sora. Spoilers. So if you don't wanna listen or hear when it comes, let me know before I say anything. But
You know,
concrete for
wanted
you.
to ask you about something ever since we were in Caesar's workshop.
Truth.
You
Yeah,
learned
that's a good
magic
line.
from Caesar once, didn't you? When was that?
After I joined the House of the Hearth. To be honest, Lynette and I had an agenda when we approached him. I told you about my
Yeah, it
past
does.
before, remember? As a young boy, I survived by secretly learning magic from street performers. I'd watch their tricks, but I quickly realized that observation alone could only get me so far. What I saw was the polished final performance, but the rigorous training they put in behind the scenes remained invisible to me.
But next patch 4.2, Sora, the weekly boss will be there with Postal and Charlotte on banner as well.
I needed to learn how to improve my sleight of hand, hone my misdirection skills, and make niftier props. We were gifted enough that we'd made some progress by ourselves, but without proper guidance.
So that's why you sought Caesar out?
Yes. We figured there was no harm in asking, but it took us by surprise that he was so willing to teach us. In all, we only spent 10 short days together, but he was very good to us. By contrast, we hid so many things from him. For instance, when he asked why I wanted to learn magic, I answered, "It's my passion." But in truth, there was already a lot more to the story by then. After being taken in by an aristocrat for our magic talent, then betrayed soon after, this was no longer about me doing what I loved. What amazed me was how the lie escaped my lips even as I was hesitating over whether to tell him the truth. Trust is a beautiful thing. Sadly, I'd forgotten how to trust by then.
Lenny.
Still worried about the way I feel? But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the House of the Hearth, lies and selfishness have followed me and Lynette everywhere we go. After Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our missions. The next we heard of him was that he'd fallen to his death, and was now declared. That night, I remembered his smile. But as I lay there, I didn't know what to say to him. To keep secrets is to put up walls. The longer you keep them up, the less you let people in. Then, one day, you look around and realize your life is like an empty auditorium after a show, full of seats once occupied by all the people who left. You only realize how much someone really meant to you when you lose them completely.
Yeah, cheer up, Lenny. We've had to say our fair share of goodbyes during our journey, too. But whatever happens, Paimon always believes in what tomorrow brings. Delicious food, fun toys, and the Traveler vibe. You know, Traveler, doesn't that kind of make you...
Exactly. It's the same for me and Lynette. We are the truest thing each other has in the world, and nothing can replace that. Life has taken plenty from us, like it did from Gemma. But at least it left us with each other. That's what gave us the strength to get through the darkest days. That's why the darkness never consumed me, and why it never will. Maybe we live in the shadows too, but we remember every precious ray of light that shines through. All right, time to lighten this conversation up a little.
It was amazing! Paimon just wishes we hadn't been so distracted with the Gemma situation. Lenny, could you...
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decidedly card-free right now.
Aw, come on! Surely...
Oh, all right then. I'll watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your hand!
Huh? My goodness, you're right. But I could have sworn I brought one here with me.
3, 2, 1.
Now, have another look around. Maybe the flowers appeared somewhere else.
Another one in your hand.
Really? Let's see.
Oh, okay, never mind. She always has to go right there.
Oh, there it is! Oh, but more importantly, Paimon has to know how to trick...
Well, if you want to learn magic, you'll have to start by addressing me as teacher.
Fine.
Since you asked so nicely, I'll share one little tip with you. Namely, the student of magic cannot solely rely on others being prepared to reveal their secrets. You have to observe, think, and find the answers for yourself.
Is that it?
Ah, look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my show. I look forward to seeing you again.
All right, fine. See, shall we head back now too? Oh, Paimon can't wait to read the Steambird tomorrow. Let's head to the Steambird's offices tomorrow morning and see what we can find out.
Teleport, teleport.
I'm very sorry, Charlotte, but my sister and I are quite busy today. I'm afraid we'll have to decline this interview.
Oh, please, Linny. I'll only take a moment of your time.
Huh? What's happening here?
I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, and I was going to go to print this, but just as dawn broke, I suddenly received news that Caesar's fiancée, Gemma, had...
That was quick.
Too late, bro.
That was quick, you say? It sounds like I've got some catching up. Aha! My instincts did not lead me astray. You do have something to...
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick reminded her of a better time with Caesar, and she could no longer ignore the voice of her conscience.
Huh. Okay, then. Wait, no, there must be... Oh, I remember now! You and Gemma were nowhere to be found after the show. Quickfire question, where did you...
Oh, we went to the cemetery and Linny did a private magic trick just for us. Actually, glad you mentioned it, because that reminds Paimon, guess what? Linny started using rainbow roses in his trick.
What? I don't recall ever having received a rainbow rose from you myself. Is this supposed to mean that they're more important to you than your own sister?
No, I just...
What now?
Seems like this interview wasn't meant to be. Forgive my persistence, but when there's explosive news waiting to be found, I can't turn away. The news about Gemma has already made waves, and I'll stop at nothing to get to the bottom of it all. Apparently, one of the things she said to the guards was that her final wish is to see Lorenzo one last time. Ah, there's clearly a... All right, I guess I'll leave you to continue the rest of your conversation in peace.
Lynette? Paimon...
Don't worry, I wasn't angry. I was just trying to distract her.
Oh, really?
Phew. You and me both, Paimon. You and me both.
Please, take good care of that rainbow rose. I'd be really upset if you lost it.
Gotta do this quest myself. You really should. It's very good. But all the Genshin's quests are very good. That's just how it is. They are also good. They do a great job of doing the quest. I mean, they could shorten down a lot of the speaking and words. There's a little bit too much of that.
Thank you for
They're gotten better at it, but there's still a little bit too much.
Welcome to...
Genshin is great storyteller. They really, really are.
Ad Astra...
Teapot?
Would you care to sit down and join?
Sit that one. Lindenwood. Let's just go down. That. Give it those. This is really costing. Well, that's fine. Give those. Finishing blueprints. Let's just go. Oh, I actually rather want the blue ones.
If you ever Would you care to sit?
Rank upgrade. There's only one left now. Oh, yeah, sorry.
If
Fine,
you ever
I'll learn it.
Would you care to If you ever have it, would you care to see?
How does this look? Let's see how it looks. The Silken Courtyard.
Let's move out.
Yeah, that's not for me. It is maybe. No, I don't like being down here.
Would you care to?
Which one? Yeah, I rather want this one then. Oh yeah, I could actually just. Yeah, would probably be a better idea. It would. I didn't even know you could. You could do that. Huh? I didn't know that. Thank you, Toro. Always giving me the great advice. Appreciate it.
If you ever have it.
I appreciate it as always. Oh no, sorry, I didn't. Wanted to see. Oh yeah, that's right. You can do a lot of stuff. Oh, we got that one. Nice. Oh, it's relevant. Okay. I guess we learn news today. Exactly. This one is also pretty cool though. I love the Mondstadt one as well. Can I cancel? No, I cannot cancel you. Ah, you can only have one. Okay. Can I? Okay, we're just gonna play Sims for a little bit. Don't worry about it. I kinda don't want it. Much over here as possible. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Huh? I don't know. It's fine. Hmm. Gonna go to bed now. Have a sleep tight, Tora. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it as always. Let me just. I'm just gonna do this for. Place you there. Thank you. Get the shrine building as well.
Let's move out.
How the fuck have I reached? How does this make sense?
Would you care to sit?
Let's move out. Would you care to... Would you care to... If you ever...
Hmm. All right. Well, actually, I'm just going to allow him. almost got him in first. Run away! I did not shoot that. Oh, that.
Speed of light. Hey! Allow me. Torrent, bring refuge. I see everything. Don't blink.
And no dream solvent. That's too bad.
Everyone hold hands. Incoming. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink.
He died. He did. Ready to test your skills. I'm ready. Yay. Hey, niggle.
I see everything. Thrust and reap. With sword comes shadow. Incoming.
Yeah. Now the real fight begins.
Everyone hold hands. Share my knowledge. Allow me. Don't blink. Cut to the chase. Incoming. Hey. Speed of light.
No, really? You could have fooled me there. And no dream solvent again. God damn it. That's actually pretty low. God damn. Low rolls. How are you, Nigel? Doing good? Sounds bad, man. Ill. That doesn't sound good. Can you stop being ill? Alright, see you next time, then. Bye. But have you tried this new technique called stop being ill? Just wondering. If that's something you've thought about? Of that? Oh, no, really? Never?
Hey! Hold the line!
With sword comes shadow.
Billowing surge!
Nowhere to hide.
Nope, still. Oh.
Access denied. Blaze over.
Allow me!
Incoming. Speed of light.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Is it anything serious or just a common sickness? Is like flu or influenza or something? Is flu and influenza the same? I can't remember. Did you get in your pulse? None. But do you want me to try? Just a common cold, okay. Got another water boy. Not yet.
Everyone hold hands! Rust and reap!
Don't blink. Hey! With sword comes shadow. Incoming.
But just for you, Nickel. Just for you. You want? Gotta cancel. Okay, well, just for you, Nickel, we do one more. got on the owner though. That's actually something I do kind of want. And you know what, Nick? Just because you are sick, we get it on this one. Just watch. 50-50 now. It's 50-50. Just to make you feel a little bit weird. Is that 110 pulls? Nope. I was. Oh, and another Fiona as well. Who? Damn. What the actual fuck?
I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is...
Whee! You have the code? No, I don't think so. That's 100. Yeah, I know.
pushing it.
Can't you see I'm saving my wishes or something? Well, I wasn't really planning on getting him, but I had actually hoped I would lose the 50-50. At least for the little cut. Ah, fine, but only for you, Nigel. I won't. You're no fun. My self-esteem has got no, I don't need it right now.
Cut to the chase. Don't blink. The Temple of Wisdom. Hey. Nowhere to hide. Incoming. Cut to the chase. Don't blink. Hey.
I did some cracked artifact for Hutao. Nice. Fucking nice, mate. Beat the spiral bits. Nice. But I can't get any more now. Can I? That was just damn son. Which yet? With paradigm is big with low 42 elemental mastery. My LA fam has more elemental mastery. That put a 0 on it, and you have the same amount that my LA fam has. He's not even done. Not even finished yet.
Let's move out.
Hey, Sea Master. Welcome. You just missed missed me pulling Novilla. You can have some of those. There you go. I do plan to maybe in the future switch artifacts up for more, yeah, but we'll think I'm good. Nice. Yeah, I'm still grinding artifacts for Elhaven, and I'm also starting to have to grind for Cookie. What is your adventure rank? 55.
Let's move out.
Oh, getting close to 56. Oh, crap, that ball. What do you mean it was the 50-50? I just want the 50-50.
I see everything.
Nothing wrong with that.
Allow me. Speed of light. With sword comes shadow. Don't blink. Hey!
Oh. What do you mean, bullcrap? It's completely fine. Hello, good sir. About those rainbow roses. There you go. I think I fit with 2 more. That's not my fault. It's not like I'm. I mean, I'm not asking for it. I'm just happy it happens, man. Be pure. What do you mean? How? It's a gacha game. What do you mean? This is why I got you bull crap something. The auto just over the like, yeah, it really is. You just gotta be lucky, man. That's all.
Rest and rebuild.
Not so good.
Speed of light.
My artifact luck has neI'm telling you. There is a balance. Trust me.
Don't blink! Allow me! Incoming!
Oh yeah, that's too hard to do.
Speed of light!
Two cracked ass effects in a row. I probably won't be able to do that, but let's see.
Cut to the chase! Incoming! Hey! Speed of light! Yes! Don't blink!
What do you mean 500? That's way too little elemental mastery. That's way too little. I already have 470.
Huh? No.
That's way too little elemental mastery.
Whatever.
I don't know. Since now, it's not that much. Not for a Hyper Bloom team. The guide I'm following wants him to have even more. But let's try. We'll give it a go, Nickel. Let's see here. And a guy follow made a physical defense. Yeah, Nico. No, it's not a joke.
You are not welcome here.
Hold the line! Speed of light! Hey! Nowhere to hide. Don't blink! I'm dead.
Never testing like you will.
Okay, Nickel, let's see if I can get 3 good ones in a row. You have told me so. Then I need to do it. Nope. But it's not that good and not that good. So nope, I could not. Set elements are with normal text. Yeah. Okay. Need to take the bus 2 more times. Hmm. Also, I'm building key now. Nice. I still have a little way to go. Getting her last things up. We can actually get this one. So you got some competition now. Nice. Glad to hear it. Do you also have teaching constellation too, then? Sword bite for you. See, one actually. Ooh, nice. Just upgrade that while I'm here as well. I need you to. I don't want to waste it on this, right? Nope. You already maxed out the. Almost.
Quite a downpour. Nothing will get done until it clears. Let this be a lesson to those who yesterday said I'll do it tomorrow.
Also, do you also have her best weapon? Because I sure as hell don't have that. I like your team. Thank you, V? Is it Y? VY? Y? Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But thank you. It's pretty decent, yeah. It does the job. Hey, that's not nice.
Everyone hold it! Speed of light!
What's the best way? I can't remember. I don't have it. That's all I know. I just know that I don't have it. So I'm using the best free-to-play weapon. So I can't remember what the best weapon is. Probably something with crit or something. Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't I? There's nothing about being. You said it the second time. Basically, why? Why? Okay, nice. Well, welcome indeed. What do you mean loyal to the OG days, Nigel? If I haven't gotten anything better to use, why would I switch? That just not make. That doesn't make sense.
Don't blink!
cut to the chase.
I actually do need some of this. So might not be a bad idea to get a little bit of materials. Oh, something I actually didn't check. Depends on what the crit rate damage is to. Yeah, that's true. I've got something. Why can't I just loot Northlander sword billets at all? God damn it. I need the sword billet for Northlanders. Fuck's sake. So if we have Northlander and Midlander, are we also gonna get the Southlander? When we go to Netland or something? Because you also have to remember, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just playing the game. I'm not really focusing on what's good and what's not. That's none of. I have no interest in that. Is it fun? Then that's all that matters to me. For Westlander. Yeah, but why would we get Westlander? Because we already have kingdoms to the west. We have Northlander here. They give Midlanders, right? Does it? Well, they can't do that yet, so maybe it does. But this is Midlander. Even though Leeway is also kind of mid. The middle. What? So we're probably not gonna get that. Most likely. It seems to me we found a chest.
What you got?
The hunter. Fry.
Incoming.
I'm trying to help.
Not
You're
bad,
never trying to
as
help.
far as treasure is concerned.
You are the reincarnation of chaos incarnate. I mean, let's be real here. Can I join? Well, I'm not really gonna do much, Nigel, so I'm out of resin, so ain't really much for me to do except just running around. So if you wanna run around, then sure, come join.
Yeah.
Be my guest.
That's close
I
enough.
see everything.
With sword comes shadow.
Doesn't matter. I'm not on Discord bitching.
You give, you receive.
Wait, are there people on Discord bitching? Oh, I didn't watch, I didn't see.
The sun is out. Our work's done for the day. Shall we take a stroll?
But yeah, you could just join if you want. No worries. Come on. Don't wanna bother fighting them. They only give meat. We don't need meat. I promise not to break a game. Well, then I don't want you. It's much funnier, better content if you break my game. Intentional.
Nowhere to hide.
Hyper Bloom Circus. Nice.
Speed of light. Don't blink. Hey!
That's all I know of the first time. Oh, is this place? Yeah, that's right. The video was hilarious. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Are you gonna join me in the game or not? You goddammit. Cause I could use your help with this one. I always forget where they all are. Oh, is your game still broke on your loading map as well?
Like lamb to the slaughter. A new punch.
Everyone hold hands. Speed of light. With sword comes shadow.
This one.
You go long.
Don't blink. Hey. Incoming. Got lucky that time. Hey. Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned.
God damn it.
Everyone hold hands. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink.
So Nickel, how do we open this? How do we open this? Maybe like this. Maybe not exactly like this, but sure. I see, I see. And where else? Over there as well. Did I not hit? Oh. There we go. Nice.
Beautiful treasures are a cause for great
Thank
happiness.
you, Neil,
Next on the agenda.
for your assistance. Now we have that one as well. Cool, cool. Oh, zone I haven't done. I need my damage, I think.
I see everything.
Speed of light. Hey! Incoming.
No. That one very nice.
Everyone hold hands.
With sword comes shadow. Speed of light.
Of course I ran out. Of course it did. Of course it did. Of course it did.
Don't blink.
I see everything.
Speed of light. Go.
Oop.
Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned.
How do I get this? Oh, I like this.
Don't blink.
Just like this. I don't even know if I've been to this Helitrol camp. Probably have. I didn't say anything. That's not nice.
Nowhere to hide. Incoming.
And he's just sitting in there like, nothing going on here. It's all good.
Don't blink. Hey. Hey. Make yourselves at home. Cut to the chase. Speak. Higher. Hands on fire. They're coming. With sword comes shadow.
You're still missing one. Actually missing two.
I see everything.
Don't blink. Hey. That's that.
Ooh, meat.
You give, you receive.
We're actually also missing that one there, but that doesn't really matter.
Allow me.
Let's go. Ah, you saw nothing. You saw nothing. Nothing. What up, nigga? What the problem? You need to use your words better, Nick. Then stop climbing up that wall. Haven't you done this this area?
Rust and rebuild. Speed of light. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink. Hey. That's everything. On to the next.
Well. Well. now you can be stuck in your own world. How about that? How about it? That's such a cool fucking mob.
Hey.
Cut to the chase.
you didn't break, you know you just broke your own.
No touching. For Rex Lapis.
I see everything.
Speed of light. Nowhere to hide.
Allow me.
Incoming. Yeah. That's everything. On to the next.
You just you just broke your own game. Which I do appreciate you not breaking my game.
You give, you receive.
Everyone hold hands. Hold the line.
Shouldn't get careless.
With sword comes shadow. Don't blink.
This isn't good.
That's everything. On to the next.
I see everything.
Rest and rebuild. Incoming. Cut to the chase. Hey! Speed of light.
And he's taking.
Perhaps whoever left these behind was also fulfilling a contract.
Perhaps. Probably not, but maybe. No, I am proud of it. Also. Yeah. You have my divided attention. And yes, I meant what I said. I find American Genshin account.
Next
Okay.
on the agenda.
Yeah, and are there any difference from an American to a European or Asian account? Because I wouldn't know. Oh, so you meant he gave you? So he gave you an American account, or? Nice. Ganyu is also a good character. So that's good. Or you that you
We're way
can
behind
play
schedule.
with your American friend.
You are not welcome for trouble.
I'm welcome here, apparently. Well, I'll take my leave then. Don't mind me, I'ma just take my bow and leave. Fuck you. Why do I need fire?
Are you going to hold a festival?
Now we just need the last one. Wait, maybe. Probably gonna be some stupid place, is it not?
Up and away.
That did not sound like Yoimiya. What the hell? That sounds like a completely different character. Where the fuck could it be? Right now, that's good to know. That's one way to find out. Just shoot, and they
Will we
will
find any firework materials in here?
they will seek out that prey on them. Nice. Dendroculus. Oh, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Oh, and disc. Let's go for the disc as well. Sure thing.
Where do you think you're going?
Nowhere.
Allow me. Incoming. Hey!
He died pretty hard. Died pretty hard. Good.
Hup.
A trial of sorts. Let's go. Oops. One more there. Nice.
As far as treasure is concerned.
We like that, we like that. Can we get back up again though? Ain't gonna be anything down there, okay. As far as I can see.
Don't blink! Committed to memory. Nowhere to hide. Hey! Incoming!
So now we need a character that can blow this away.
Just what will we come across?
Wait, snake stones.
I'll keep this close.
Okay, nothing there. Then the thing here.
The weather is lovely and warm. Things are about to start getting lively again.
Worship to yourself. I mean, I guess that is an option. So is there actually a Sealy here? I don't know. Well guys, I'm gonna end it here because I'm hungry and I need to go to the bathroom as well. So I need to do some stuff. Catch you to tomorrow, a little bit earlier stream because I have to work tomorrow, sadly. So catch you tomorrow, and have a good one, everyone. Nigel, Sora, Andy, everybody else who stopped by. Why?